Hello, this is the second part of the rhythm guitar series of lessons I'm doing, and if you haven't checked out the first one and you're a very beginner, make sure you check that out before you go into this lesson. I'll add a link in the comments or something. Just try to add a link to it. And okay, so in the first lesson, very quickly, we talked about how to know the notes on the two low strings, the low E and the low A, and how to use just one finger to emulate playing the whole chord just by playing. If we're taking Lithium by Nirvana, D, it's 5 on 5, F sharp, 2 on 6, B, 2 on 5, and so on and so on. And instead of being instead of playing it like this, we're played it like this. And remember, we just used the first finger. And at the end of the lesson, we added the second finger, finger number 3. Remember, the number of the fingers is index is 1, 2, 3, and the pinky is 4. We're not counting the thumb. So we added the third finger 1 string higher and 2 frets higher. So if we had D, which was 5 on 5, we'll add the third finger 2 frets higher, it's fret number 7, but 1 string higher, so not on the 5 string, but on the 4 string. And remember, we're not trying to pluck the whole guitar at the same time. We're just sliding the pick or the thumb over the 2 strings. You can do it slow or quickly. And you let the next string stop you. You rest your thumb on the next string. So instead of Lithium being when adding the second finger, so that was the end of lesson number 1. Now what we want to do is add more fingers. We'll start with adding the pinky, and it's going to be just 1 string above the third finger. So if we had the third finger on this D, it was on the 7th fret 4th string, the pinky will be 7th fret 3rd string. And again, I'm sliding the pick and I'm doing that same thing for the entire song. Each chord, just adding the pinky. And you could see that we already have a shape, and it's very important to learn the shape. Remember, let your hand, just a good exercise to learn a shape is building it, touching your leg or the table or the other part of the guitar and doing it again. That helps you create your muscle memory for this shape. So practice a few songs just playing the 3 finger chords. And make sure you play them slowly and try to get to the point that you know how to play this tune with the recording, the original CD or something like that, or YouTube. Okay, the next part, remember we on the first lesson we talked about focusing only on the capital letter and the sharp or flat that will be after it, and discarding any M, A, J, any other small letters after the capital letter, or any numbers. Now we're gonna add to our vocabulary the M. The M means minor. Theoretically, it means that the intervals within the chord are a bit different from the major. That's the difference between the chords. But practically, it just means that we're going to change one finger. We're going to move one note from the minor chord to the major chord and vice versa. We're going to start on, and we're going to have shapes for the 6th string and for the 5th string. I'm going to start with the 6th string. I'm going to have two shapes, one for major and one for minor. The shape for minor, it's the easier one. We're going to do the chords that we just did, but we're going to press with our index finger on all the strings. At first it will probably sound something like this, but you want to get to the point that it sounds something like this. But for now, this is good enough. But the more you do it, the stronger your finger will be, but don't sweat it. Give it a few months and your finger will play the bar chord even on the 1st fret. But for now, just and let those strings just be muted. It sounds like a full chord, and you don't need to worry about anything. You could start practicing strumming on that one. So that's the shape for the minor. And for the major chord, we're going to add the middle finger, and we're going to add it between 1 fret higher than the index finger on the 3rd string. So if we had the minor was this shape, so if the minor was this shape, the major is this shape, you see, on 3rd string, 6th fret. And again, we're trying to press the index fingers on all the strings, but because we're using the middle finger, the major tone, you notice that we change the 3rd string from fret 5 to fret 6. That comes out really clearly in this way. So instead, minor, A minor, A major. And you could take songs, let's say Basket Case starts D, A, B minor, F sharp minor, G, D, A. Well, I don't remember the scale that they're doing it. I just did it on the 6th string, and you can notice when I'm doing the D, I'm using all my fingers. And the 2 high strings, for now I can't play them like this, but I'm trying to. Then we did A, which is on 5, A major, yeah. B minor on 7, F sharp on 2nd, G on 3rd, D on 10, and again A. Besides learning the 2 shapes, because this is the shape for a major and minor chord. Minor chord, major chord. you start working on playing bar chords and building the muscle in your index finger and in your palm to be able to do that, which is very, very useful. Now, going up to the 5th string, we're gonna have two shapes as well. We're gonna have the same shape as we did for the major, only starting on the 5th string. Now, when we're doing D minor, or we use this shape on the 5th fret, 5th string, that's gonna be D minor, yeah? See, that's the same shape. When we did A, we did everything a string lower, and now everything got a string higher. And it's important to remember that this is the shape for minor because we're on the 5th string. The thing is, because the guitar is tuned a bit differently between the 4th string and the 3rd string and the 2nd string, it's not on the 5th fret. That creates a few differences between chords on each set of strings. So this is a shape for minor, and for major we're gonna do 3 fingers, 2 frets above the root note, the capital letter. So we have minor and major. So if we had basket case and we're going to play it on 5th string, it's going to be D major, you see the shape, on 5, A on 12, B minor on 2nd, F sharp on 9. See, I'm changing the shape between the A and the B minor, and same shape between the B minor and the F sharp minor. G, the shape of the major, D, shape of major, and A, shape of major. Yeah? So this is something that you should and could practice for a long time on a lot of songs. Don't just play one song and think, that's it, I got it nailed down. Do 10, 20, 30 songs, do them slowly. Just first do the chords and then move to working on the strumming. Okay, thank you so much. Have a lovely day.